Newcastle United. Newcastle transfer news. Leeds are keen on Dwight Gayle, but the Magpies will not sell last season's top scorer until they have a replacement lined up. Toon chief Rafa Benitez had been looking to offload Alexander Mitrovic in the summer, but it is now Gayle who is surplus to requirements at St James Park. The former Crystal Palace forward scored 23 goals during Newcastle's promotion campaign and went into the season as their number one forward. But Benitez has become increasingly concerned at Gayle's mental issues over a hamstring problem, which has troubled him for several years. The new Wags of the Premier League. Instagram. The new Wags of the Premier League. Newcastle are prepared to sell Dwight Gayle, and after two ineffective performances this term, the Toon chief has not been impressed by the way Gayle reacted to being subbed in both games and then being left out of the squad for Saturday's 30 win over West Ham. In his absence, recent signing Joselu and sub Mitrovic each scored a goal, effectively relegating Gayle to number 3 in the pecking order. Benitez is having to offload players before being allowed to strengthen his squad. Getty. Dwight Gayle. Newcastle are prepared to sell for the right price, and it is far from certain he will be able to sign the players he believes are desperately required, with no imminent arrivals today. Defender Grant Hanley is due to hold talks with Norwich, while Hull are interested in taking Jack Cole back on loan, though Newcastle would have to pay 50% of his wages if he does move to the Tigers. It is Gayle's departure, however, which would release significant funds for Benitez to spend before the transfer window shuts. Newcastle United. Loic Remy. Newcastle return ruled out. Leeds have identified him as the man they want to replace Chris Wood, the only forward to top his own tally last season, who joined Burnley in a £15 million deal last week. But they will have to find more than that sum to land Gayle, and even then it depends on Newcastle having another striker lined up. Chelsea's Loic Remy will not be returning to Tyneside, where he spent a successful loan stint 3 years ago, while Benitez won't gamble on the fitness of Liverpool's Danny Ings, a Toon target before his arrival, because he has been out injured for the past 2 years. Related articles.